I think if you compare the weapon skins to the character skins in Apex Legends, the weapon skins are just so much better. And that's not necessarily because the character skins are bad. There's some weapon skins in this game that blow my mind. So that's why in this video, I'm gonna go over the top 3 best skins for every weapon in Apex Legends. There are so many incredible weapon skins in Apex Legends. You may have not even known that some of these existed. Hopefully you have some of these that I'm talking about during the video. So anyways, I'm Alarmix. Let's get into the video. I'm gonna be starting off with the R99. I'm gonna go over the top 3 best skins for it, starting at number 3 and work up to number 1. So the third best gun for the R99 is 0 Point. You could have got this skin with the Season 4 Battle Pass. The iron sights on this R99 skin are pretty great. The look on it is pretty minimalistic, but at the same time, it still kind of looks futuristic. At number 2, I have Rule of Law. This skin has been in the game for a long time, but the old-fashioned wood and the shiny gold on this make it still one of the best skins for the R99. At number 1, we have Outlands Avalanche. This is a futuristic looking neon green Chris Vector R99 skin. The tube on this skin looks great, but it's only complemented by the rest of the skin. This is the best looking R99 skin along with the best iron sights for the R99. I would take the iron sights on the Outland Avalanche over the 0 Point. These things make this R99 skin easily one of the best skins for weapons in the entire game. And now for the Flatlines top 3. So the first one that we're going to talk about here is the Lowrider. This is kind of a racing flame themed skin. This is one of the rarest skins for the Flatline, and that's about enough said. The second best skin for the Flatline is Hazard Play. This is an interesting looking yellow Flatline skin. We got some brass tubing. It almost looks like little miniature electrical knobs. And I guess the more that I look at this one, the more I like it. The best skin for the Flatline, I think this is a pretty great one here. This one's Harley Quinn. This is a pretty obvious reference to Joker's counterpart character, Harley Quinn. This one was available for purchase from November 26th to December 3rd. And yeah, I kind of wish I would have bought this. Now for the G7, the third best skin for the G7 is the Blue Dragon. There are a bunch of different dragon skins for the G7, but I think this is easily one of the better ones. And the second best skin for the G7 is the Crimson Fire Drake. Once again, this is a dragon skin, but I'd take the Crimson Fire Drake over all of the other dragon skins. I have the Gold Dragon skin, but I think the Crimson Fire Drake is better. And the number 1 best skin for the G7, and this one isn't a dragon skin, this one is Lethal Injection. This is futuristic, it has good details, and it's not a dragon. While you're watching this video, if you can think of in any way some little area that you could critique my skin ranking list, please let me know in the comments below. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to the Hemlok. Third best skin for the Hemlok is Pressure Point. This one has a pretty cool yellow industrial tone to it. There's not too much great about this one. I just look at it and it seems like every little piece serves some little cool purpose, and overall pretty aight. At number 2 here we have the Siberian. Now this one showcases a more futuristic Hemlok. This is the kind of skin that I like. It seems like this is more of a perfect Apex Legends skin the whole time frame that Apex Legends takes place in. The very best Hemlok skin is Golden Arrow. During the Grand Soiree event, this introduced a couple of these gold themed skins into Apex Legends. What can I say, people? This is a pretty solid skin. My G's, onwards to the R301. At number 3 for the R301, we have Trophy Collector. There are a couple of different bone themed skins like this in Apex Legends. I think if you're rocking Bloodhound, or if you're staring off into what is former Skulltown, just bone skins in Apex Legends, I think they're really cool. At number 2, we have an addition to the System Override Collection event, Fun in the Sun. There's an Octane skin, Accelerate, that kind of looks like this. It has this vibe. There's also a Triple Take skin that looks like this that we'll get into a little bit later. As far as the R301 goes, this is a really cool looking skin, but I think it's just a little bit too flashy to be the number 1 skin. But speaking of number 1, at number 1 for the R301, we have this sweet looking The Last Spartan. So it looks like this one has even a little bit of rusty metal. This is a throwback skin. There's chains wrapped around it. This is a savage looking like you can impale your enemy's skin. I had this one on console and it just gives me tears. The Havoc of all guns has some of the coolest skins. When I was making this list, I had just about the most trouble with making the Havoc's top 3 list as I did any other guns. There were a couple of other guns that was really hard to make the top 3. But anyways, at number 3 for the Havoc, we have Quantum Chaos. This is a super sweet space age looking Havoc skin. It's kind of crazy that I have this skin at number 3. There are 2 skins that are probably better than this. At number 2, we have Sonic Empire. This is kind of a throwback version of the other skin. I think the color scheme on Quantum Chaos with the gray, white, orange, and blue, it could be just a little bit better. I like this more simplistic design. Even though this is a futuristic gun, I really like to see this combination of future technology and an old rustic look. It's just a pretty cool scheme. At number 1, my friends, we have this beautiful skin, the Polarizer. On the barrel, it goes from blue to purple to orange all the way to yellow. I think this futuristic look paired with this colorful whole tone to the gun, I think this makes this easily the best Havoc skin. And my friends, moving on to the Alternator. At number 3 here, we have Search and Rescue. Search and Rescue displays a red and white alpine motif commonly seen in rescue teams across many snowy countries. And then you can see that dog decal on the back that kind of just tops off the whole skin. At number 2, I hate to do this, but we have the recolor of the last skin. This one is Code Blue. I think this whole color scheme, it just looks really great. At number 1 for the Alternator, this shouldn't be too much of a surprise. This is Lead Res. This is a pretty obvious reference to Tron, an obvious futuristic skin. My homies, moving on to the Prowler. At number 3, we have Nightlight. There are so many cool skins for the Prowler, but some of them, they just kind of lack bright colors like this pink and light green. This one's kind of unique to the Prowler skins. That's why I have this one at number 3. At number 2, for the Prowler, we have Wild Ride. Up on top, I think that's a gold horse. Yeah, that's a gold horse. This is similar to Rule of the Law for the R99. This skin has been out for quite a while, but it still stands very close to the top. This one is a very cool skin. I love the wood on the guns in Apex Legends, the skins that have wood on them. Totally epic. At number 1 for the Prowler, we have the Dark Realm. I don't think this should be a surprise to too many people. The iron sights on this thing are super solid, a definite upgrade over the normal Prowler skins. There is the Light Worker, which is a similar skin to the Dark Realm, but it's basically just white themed. If it weren't for the Dark Realm, I would have the Light Worker on this list. We have now reached the Longbow. At number 3 for the Longbow, we have Frigid. This is a recolor of DEFCON 1. This is an obvious cold themed gun. You know, just me myself using this in World's Edge, that'd be pretty cool. At number 2, the second best skin for the Longbow. This one, I had a little bit of a debate. What should I put at number 2? Frigid or Nightbreaker? I put Nightbreaker at number 2. I think it's just a little bit better than the last skin, but I'd certainly be proud rocking either of those two. But my homies, at number 1, the best Longbow skin is Hunter Exotica. Now, when I'm recording this commentary, as I'm recording this commentary, this one is actually in the item shop. So if you are quick enough, you can pick up the best Longbow skin there is in Apex Legends. This dope looking blue and pink dragon that just melts into the barrel of this gun. Mwah! But very quickly, if you are not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button below this video right now for more interesting Apex Legends videos just like this. On to the triple take. At number 3 here, we have the Body Snatcher. This is an obvious reference to the 1955 science fiction film, The Body Snatchers. I actually just watched that one a little while ago on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's still on Netflix. If you have a few hours to waste, I highly recommend it. At number 2 for the triple take, we have Hyperdrive. This is the counterpart to the Fun in the Sun R301 skin. This was a part of the system override event. This is what a triple take skin should be looking like. It's a little bit bold, but for the triple take, on the rare occasion that I use it, I totally rock this skin. At number 1 for the triple take, we have the Invader. Now, this is the king of the futuristic look skins. This is totally looking like an alien skin. I think that's, you know, obviously what it's supposed to look like because it's called the Invader. The red on this is just a little bit washed out. I think it might be a little bit better if it was like a solid red. Maybe not, but either way, godly skin. We have reached that time for the Kraber skins. At number 3 here, we have Survival Instinct. This is a pretty mediocre way to rock the one-shot headshot king of Apex Legends. At number 2, we have the Pioneer. This is one of those futuristic and throwback looking skins. There's some technology on here that we do not have access to today, but I think the gold on here, that whole tone is kind of throwback. Ladies and gents, at number 1, we have the Lifesaver. This one says Lifeline on it. Lifeline has rights to the best Kraber skin. If I was a Lifeline main, there's no way I wouldn't spend my resources to get this skin. Now we have the Charge Rifles top 3. At number 3, we have Safety First. This one is weird, it's complex, but it somehow comes out as a pretty great skin. And number 2, Contemporary Counterpart. This skin also has a lot going for it. There's a lot going on, but the overall color scheme, it's pretty beautiful. People, the best Charge Rifle skin is Arachnoid. This one is looking like an alien laser gun. When I'm playing Apex Legends, this is exactly how I want my Charge Rifle to look. And now we have the Sentinel. At number 3, we have Nightcore. This is a pretty simplistic looking, very futuristic skin. Even with my taste, I think I need a little bit more going on. At number 2, Golden Spine. Here we have a skin that has a lot more going on. I don't know what to say about this. I think there's a little bit of a hunter theme going on here. It almost looks like there's a spine going from the middle middle of the gun to the right side of the gun. Overall, pretty decent, pretty great. At number 1 for the Sentinel, we have the Law Dispenser. I don't know how else to say this, but I'm pretty sure we got some armadillo colors going on here. For those of you who would get a hold of this skin, I wish you the best of luck in properly dispensing the law. Away from the snipers into the shotguns, the Eva-8 is up, and here we have the fire breather. We got the dragon head on the right side of the gun, and then all of that yellow is supposed to be the fire that this dragon is spitting out, or should I say breathing out, excuse me. Pretty solid, pretty solid. At number 2, we have Noble Truth. I don't know whether to take out futuristic from this or throwback. I think this is a little bit of dinosaur bones sticking out on the left side of the gun, and then on the stock, this almost gives me some statue vibes. Regardless of what it actually is, this is pretty sick. And my homies, at number 1, the Bone Collector. Like I said before, wood on guns. In Apex Legends, it's looking pretty sick. This one here, I think it's amazingly similar to Noble Truth. I think the shape of it is actually completely exact, but the colors on it, they're more subtle, and overall, in my opinion, just way better. And now, my friends, onto another shotgun, onto the Mastiff. At number 3, we have Boomstick. This one looks like it came straight out of production from a tribe. We even have a jaw literally screwed onto the bottom of the barrel. This one is looking pretty complex, but at the same time, pretty great. At number 2, we have Final Boss. This one is a little bit more simple, not as crazy as the last skin, and I like this blue color paired with black a lot better. I shouldn't say a lot better. 2 and 3 are pretty much neck and neck here. And at number 1, there is no debate for this one. We have Warp Zone. Warp Zone is easily one of the best weapon skins in all of Apex Legends. I think this one is even looking a little bit like a Nerf gun. This one looks absolutely sick, and if I can, I would definitely get this one. And now moving on to the Mozambique, Mozam OP. At number 3, third best skin for the Mozambique is Bittersweet. This is an upgrade over Impulse Fire. At number 2, we have the Divinity. This one is looking futuristic, a good way to spice up a completely terrible gun. And the Dragon Slayer is the best gun for the Mozambique. That's right, people. If you want to completely waste your resources on a complete bleep gun, the Dragon Slayer would probably be the way to do it. And now moving on to the PK. The PK has so many top tier skins. As a couple of other guns that I've been talking about, the top 3 for the PK were pretty tough to decide. So at number 3, we have the Lone Star. There were a couple of other wooden guns on this video that were just a little bit better done than the Lone Star. The Lone Star is, regardless, an excellent skin. At number 2, we have Frostbite. Frostbite was an excellent Season 3 level 100 skin. This one is looking a little bit weird, but that's okay for the PK. And my homies, at number 1 for the PK, we have the Demolisher. Every single thing that is on this gun, it is pretty cool. It is yellow, has red tubing around it, and has those neon blue buttons on it that glow. It's pretty insane. This one isn't super complex, but for my taste, I could not put this at number 1. And now moving on to the RE45, here we have the Predator. It looks like there's a ram or something on this gun. Overall, speechless. It's pretty sick. At number 2, the Neutralizer. This one is a little bit more colorful, just a little bit more. I would take this one over the Predator on most days. And the best skin for the RE45 is Crown Jewel. I had no clue the skin even existed until I started to do the research for this video. This one is looking very solid. The P2020, surprisingly, it does have some pretty decent skins. At number 3 here, we have the Nullifier. These little notches being connected by the neon blue glowing tubes. It's kind of sick, kind of insane. At number 2, Shadow Web. I'm pretty sure this is a reference to Spider-Man. These colors on this gun are really like no other in Apex Legends up to date. The purple, the black, and that super bright neon green, it's looking exceptional. And the best skin for the P2020 is Green Mamba. If I remember correctly, this has been in the game for a very long time now, and it has always really held my respect as the best P2020 skin. And now the gun with the fire of the Skull Piercer returning to it, the Wingman. At number 3 here, we have Loudmouth. This is a pretty obvious reference to the Joker, having a Joker with his mouth open and what looks like to be flames shooting out of his mouth. Completely sick. Like, I can only imagine mowing down the baddies with this thing. At number 2, we have Double Bypass. This is a pay-to-win skin for the Wingman. I don't think the iron sights on this, I don't think it's a dramatic upgrade over the base iron sights. I don't think it's really worth spending real money to get this. But the skin, regardless, looks pretty great. And the best skin for the Wingman is this season, Season 5's level 110 Wingman skin, Attention to Detail. The level 110 Wingman skin looks a little bit better than the level 100 Wingman skin. I think just because it's just a little bit more simple and works better with that design. My homie, you have almost completed this video marathon. This has been a pretty long video so far. Finishing it off with the LMGs. At number 3, we have the Lead Farmer for the Devotion. This is the Devotion's third best skin. This is an obvious throwback looking skin. This kind of Tommy gun look to this, to a literal laser machine revving up LMG. It's not really applicable, but at the same time, who cares? It's pretty sick. At number 2, we have the Fast Track. This is a pretty sick looking race car themed skin, and I'd say quite easily the best gun for the Devotion is Hot Streak. This one is looking alien, epic. This is as much as I want from a Devotion skin. An absolute great piece. And now to the Spitfire. The third best skin for this gun is Cyber Stripe. The whole neon blue, purple, it all meshes together super great. It really makes this skin pop. At number 2, the Heavy Construct. This has been such a solid skin in the game for such a long time now. For such a long time, this was regarded as the best Spitfire skin, but the actual best Spitfire skin right now is Bonesaw. This baby is looking super great. It reminds me of Bones, which reminds me of Skulltown. But anyways, we better move away from the thoughts of Skulltown and get on to, the best L-Star skins. Okay, I'm just messing. They're actually not that great. But the third best skin for the L-Star is the Warrior's Way. I don't know what this skin is supposed to represent. It's a little bit complex, but it does look cool. At number 2, we have Blue Giant. This one just looks absolutely sick. A huge upgrade over the number 3 spot. So my friends, the best skin for the L-Star and the last skin of this marathon of a video is Apex Hyperdrive. It completely depends on your color preference if you would rather have Blue Giant or Apex Hyperdrive, but I think the white and red on the skin work super well. Comment below if you'd critique me anywhere on my weapon skin rankings. Also, if you are not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button right now for more interesting Apex Legends videos just like this. And that'll be about it for me, the Alarmix, and I'll see you guys later.